Good start, Charlie. I'll get the wordplay on it. Hey, hey, Pop. How you feeling? Yeah, gloves shrinking up. This is my last left-handed glove out of that pack you bought me, and the heat's got it shrinking up to where I can't open the fingers up no further than that. What's up, everybody? Howdy. It's the last left-hander. You see what it's done to that index finger? It's pulling it down that way. The heat's got that leather drawn up tight as hell right there. Figure out what I was just doing. It wasn't going full power. Check that. Give her a hit. Make some square stock out of this so I can make some bolt jaw claws. We got her banging now. Yeah, I'm loving the hammer, man. Love it. It's figuring out how much tension to put. Because the more tension you put on it, you know, up to a certain point, makes it go faster, get harder. You know what I mean? After you get to a certain point, it won't go any faster. It actually bog it down because you're putting too much pressure against the motor on the wheel and it slows the motor down. Yeah, you gotta grease it every now and then. See, it's greased right now. It's an excellent tool. Just check, make sure all the tie bolts are tight. As usual, when it's new, just kind of break it in, see the threads real good. Notice when I first got it, every time I would use it, the die bolts would be a little loose. Now that I've used it a little while, tighten them up after every run through, they're no longer coming loose. So it takes time. Everything's got to break in and find where it wants to sit. You know how that is. As of now, I'm just trying to Making some square bar for now. Well, I'm gonna make the tongs, of course, but I gotta get the square bar first. So once I've got that, make about 1 inch square, something like that. Jeremy, what's up? Neil's in the house. Howdy. Hit the share button, folks. I gotta rebuild my audience on here. YouTube blocks me out from my audience now. I'm too conservative, I guess. The forge. Talk about the forge. Anybody know anything about rivet burners? Because I thought this thing was going to be a lot more efficient than the other forge, but it's not. Holy shit, it's not. It's not fuel efficient at all. And I use a needle valve. What I've got is my regulator goes to a ball valve, so I have a shut off for the gas, and then from the ball valve to a needle valve to adjust the gas, and the needle valve into the tube, the air tube. It mixes. Then also have a ball valve at my air intake to regulate the air, so I can fine tune the shit out of the thing. You know, it's built perfect. I don't know if maybe my forge body is too big that it's taking so much fuel to keep it hot, or what. Maybe I need a bigger burner. Maybe that small burner just had to push too much fuel out, or what. But this damn thing, I get like 2 or 3 uses out of the forge before I gotta fill it up. You know, I'd probably get 8 to 10 hours out of the tanks now, where I was getting twice that before. Yeah, what's up, buddy? Making some square bar. I'm getting ready to cut this piece off so I can use it. Ben, I saw that picture in Yamez's album of Quadscape. Picture of you on Josh's shoulders. That's pretty great. Gordon, what's up, buddy? How you doing? How is everybody? Yeah, I have a valve on the regulator. I can adjust it from 0 to 30 psi. So I've got my regulator turned down real low, and then I can do the fine-tune adjustments with the needle valve on the gas line, because it goes from the regulator to a ball valve. So I can just have a quick shut off before I have to turn the tank off, you know, and then from the ball valve to the needle valve. Jake, what's up, man? Yeah, it's still morning time over here in Benny Boo land. I think. What time is it? Almost noon. It's almost noon for him. He's probably still laying in bed like that. Alright, put my gloves back on. Let's go for another round. Hell, you can drink anytime you want on a weekend, man. Shit. You can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. I'd say I got me a good enough chunk of square bar there to. I'm gonna cut this off. I haven't got a hot cut for the hardy or the hammer yet, so I'm gonna have to do this with the hardy tool on the anvil, cut it by hand. But now I got a nice square bar I can use to make some tongs out of it. It's in the 40s, 50s, maybe high 40s, low 50s, something like that. I don't know what the temperature is, really, to be honest with you. Lauren, what's up? Being on his best behavior? Yeah. Tell another lie. Tell another lie. Made maybe a new pair of scrolling tongs under the couch yesterday. Made them out of 4140. Nice new pair of scrolling tongs, beefy. Made them with the power hammer yesterday. They came out pretty nice. Everything's nice and lined up, square. Operates really good. Got a little bit of spring, but not. I mean, you really got to wrench down on them to get them to spring. So they hold up well. I did some scrolling just to mess around with them and everything. But yeah, first pair of tongs under the power hammer. Didn't come out too bad. Second favorite tongs. What's your first favorite tongs, Ben? Let's go to the anvil for a minute. We're going. Warm in the hands. Getting warm in the hands. Yeah, that finger's even worse now. I guess this is what these are the ones I wear when I have to do round bar. Good thing when I'm wearing them, I'm holding shit like that, right? Barbecue tongs, that's a good one. I like those tongs. The Blacksmith Multi-Tool Wolf Jaw tongs. I like them, but they're good for everything, but they're not great for everything. They don't fit anything perfect. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of the downside to them. They don't fit completely perfect. They work. They're not perfect. But you agree. black part. I don't want the red part to be a grace. Now, yeah, I guess Ben does have a little, excuse the pun, handicap. I'm switching tools fast. Doing good, Michael. How you doing? You use what works. That's right. If it works, it ain't stupid, right? If it works, it ain't stupid. We're also going to make a hammer eye drift, hopefully. Maybe. Depending on how long we're at this. I got a little while. You guys got a little while? I got a little while. Cut off. What else is this damn bolts on? There we go. Go ahead. Get that part. Go out of there. All right. I'll tell you how to make a tong blank. What do you think? Pastor Josh, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. We just here playing with the power hammer. Having some fun. Having some fun. So, today, hopefully, we get all this stuff made. These are going to Wiley, Archangel. You guys see him in here sometimes. He won the raffle for the Bowie and traded the Bowie knife in on tongs, drifts, and all kinds of other stuff. You know. So, that's who these are for. We're gonna finish squaring up, cleaning up this bar, and then we'll go from there. I'll lay it out on the anvil over there and do some marking on it. You gotta clean this end back here up. Alright, what do you think? Good bar. Nice, even, square bar. We got some measuring to do over here. I'll tell you what I'm gonna measure. About three-quarter inch square bar. I'll pull back an inch. Put a center punch mark. That. One, two, two. Yeah. Pull back an inch, put a center punch. 2 inches from that, another one. This right here's the jaw area. This will be the bit that holds it. Okay, then we'll pull back from that spot another inch on the reverse side and put it. So in total, this one needs to be 4 inches from the end because you got 1 inch, 2, 3 inches there, and another inch past that will be 4 inches. Simple math, no matter where you come from. And from here back is all reins. This will all draw out in my reins. It'll be more than enough. And the boss isn't gonna be near that thick. So what'll happen is when I take it down to probably 1/2 inch thick, this is 3/4. It'll probably gain about 1/4 inch or more in length. So my boss won't be 1 inch. It'll actually be 1 1/4 inches or so. And the jaw will gain length and narrow up in width too. So as long as I make them both the same, they'll come out the same. And I've got some different, kiss blocks here that I'll use to make sure, I don't go too thin on certain areas. Should be fun. First attempt to hold jaw tongs up the power here. First thing I'm going to do is draw the reins out. That way then I can switch out of the combo dies to straight flat dies and use my kiss blocks to do all the rest of the forging. What on the hammer? It's just paint. Paint on the hammer. I got a sticker I want to put on here. I got my sticker on the front there. I got one for Blacksmith Depot that says stupidity should be painful. Oh, last street we did, I was making some spring fullers. Here they are. They work great. Use them under here to draw out the peen of my hammers, cross pins and stuff. That way I don't have to change my dies as much. Need your sticker. I've got your sticker in the shop on my toolbox. Sorry. Unless you want to send me another one. I'd be happy to put stickers around it. We got a whole post right there on both sides. Well, I can put some here, down through there. Yeah, I can cover this thing with fucking stickers. That's for sure. Send them to me. Alright, let's draw out the rings. It's a 65-pound hammer, 65-pound head weight. Big solid chunk of 4x4 steel goes all the way up to here, and only it's got that taken out for the carriage. But other than that, it's a big solid chunk of steel all through there. Then the anvil, I think, is 300 pounds. That's all solid steel, top to bottom. I believe it's a 6-inch solid round. You can measure that. Oh, excuse me. That's 7-inch solid round. Approximately 3 foot high, 3.5. The hammer? Yeah. We shit in one hand, weight in the other, see which one fills up faster, brother. Let me show you something. You see down there, the bolts, they don't come out. Tell you what, first person to get here and take it from me can have it. I'm kidding. This is my workplace. I have the right to defend my workplace. Oh, we're up to the tongs. Tongs. Does work pretty damn nice, don't it? Yeah, the brake on that thing is phenomenal. And it's an adjustable brake too. So as the tire wears down, I can just adjust, loosen them bolts and adjust my brake in. So as I let off this pedal here, see? It lets it pushes that pad into the tire and stops it. So not only are you not getting any more power to it from the motor, but you got a nice brake to stop it. It's got a nice tense spring there to pull it back up. Well, the pigs eat people if you feed them to them. Yeah, this is a Dave Custer tire bit hammer. And I'm gonna tell you what, folks, he puts the time and effort into upgrading this thing. Anytime he finds a way to upgrade it, he upgrades it. You know, he just bought some crazy machinery in his shop to make these anvils even better and heads, the hammers even better up here, even truer. You know, it's a true rest where no matter what you're doing, it keeps it square, level, turns it perfect for a run out. Some kind of crazy ass tool, it improves everything. And that's what these lines are on here. Is him putting it on that thing and getting everything right. And it's just amazing how just solid this hammer is and how well it works. I don't have any complaints about it. None. I've went over it and over and over, and I haven't found anything to complain. Here's a complaint. One complaint. I wish it had die hooks on the other side too, but now I got to drag my welder out here and put some on it. But that don't have shit to do with the operation of the hammer. It could be blue, but I like red, as you can see. It doesn't hurt my feelings none. I got a basic tong ring drawn out there that I can hold. Alright. Realistically, I got that much more to draw out of. So I'll have even more. I'll be cutting some off at the end of that for sure. Okay. But now I'm gonna pull this off, we're gonna flip it around. Use that tong ring. died off. Why top tools are a must on a power hammer. You're spending all your time doing this shit. Most people, once they're done really drawing something out, they switch to their flat die and stay there. Just run top tools. It really speeds up the process. You don't gotta keep changing tools up. Where I have to think when I'm reaching across and doing my turns and doing the top tool, so I've got to think, get hop on things so I'm not wasting heat, which way I'm turning. Okay, this is my handle. Turn everything to the left. So I'm going to turn that to the left. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Just had to have a moment of clarity there for a second. No, the travel on this hammer is only about 8 inches or so. Let's see how high it goes. The height is about right there. That's the highest point. It's about 6 inches stroke. 6 6/8" stroke. Alright, we need to thin this down a little bit, I believe. It's going to give us our length. Like I said, this is my first attempt at these tongs under the power hammer, so learning with me. Might screw them up, might not. Only if you're not from North Carolina. How's the smoker coming? Well, I still got to put it together, but I've got this one fixed to where it'll last one more time. So either way, got a smoker. So smoke some ribs, Bob. Either way. Alright, where'd that piece of square bar go that I had? There it is. There it is. Now we're gonna use this as a stop block to make sure I don't overdraw. First I am going to bring all of that. See how the kiss block works? Alright, now that's as thin as I want the jaw. Okay? I'm going 5/8 on that. Kiss block. There's different ways to do a kiss block. I can make a saddle tool. It just sits right here on the edge of the block, the bottom anvil. And I can run right beside it with it either way, which I probably will make a saddle tool like this is a saddle tool here. Hammer it up a little bit. Saddle tool here that I use when I'm making my hammers. It's got a hole in it. Once I'm ready to do the drifting, I just set it up there. I can run the drift through, take it, bam bam on the side, knock it out. You know, it comes off quick and easy. Saddle tool, saddle, it sits right down on the top of the thing. See you, Josh. Good luck on being productive. It's the weekend. It's tough. People are productive all week. They're just going to rest on the weekend. There we go. All right. So we got 5/8 squared. Perfect. Gore, what's up? One thing they didn't tell you in power hammer class was that I never took was that this thing wears your freaking legs out. Working that pedal wears your legs out. Now I think this tire gets less mileage as a power hammer tire as it does a trailer tire than it does a trailer tire. Feathering that pedal causes that motor to spin on this thing and it chews it up. You see all the tire dust shredded. I think that'll be picking up and changing post on there is. Yeah, that's what it is. That brake chews it up, but make sure it stops. Okay, you got to change the brakes on your car while on your power hammer, right? That's what I said. Now I'm going to go in right above that set down. Yep, that's right there. See what I've done? Setting up for my boss. Setting up for the boss area. I don't know if they're easily replaced on these things, but it can be replaced. I got a huge whole thing I got to take this whole thing apart to replace the tire. You know, that's taking the hammerhead out, pulling this off, loosening that up so I can slide the bearing off. Pull these cotter pins out so I can drop these down, take this shield off, and then I gotta take the 5 hub bolts off so I can pull all that shit off because it's mounted through the hub. The hub's welded to all this and the tire's pitched between the hub and the mounting bolt and that post up there. Yeah, getting to the tire would be a pain in the ass on this one, that's for sure. Take a little while. I'd have to have Dave Custer tell me how the process to go so I don't screw nothing up. Which that all comes with service to the Bible. If you have issues, you got to work on it or anything like that, you can call him and he'll walk you through working on it. And if he has to, he'll come here and work on it. That's how he does our work with service. over here to the anvil, straighten it out. There we are so far. I'm sure it should go way faster. Like I said, it's my first one on the power hammer, so I'm learning. I'm taking it easy, going slow, so to speak. I'm being cautious because I'm not quite sure where I'm going with it. But it's getting there. It's looking like a tone. Metal Man, what's up? I'm just happy I finally got a good place for the willies. See them up here? Willie! Thanks to Mr. Robinette. They've always been lurking around, but now they've found their final home. That's where they're going to stay. So the hotter it gets, the more I can turn the gas down, that's for sure. That's for sure. All right, let's spread the ball for a little bit. Alright, I got the boss nice and squared. Now let's see if I can still see that. Nope, can't see it. I guess what I'll do, I'll get to this point, I'll pull back an inch and a quarter and do my set down for the back of the ball. Set it down. Watching from Brazil, awesome. My wife is from Brazil. She's from Manaus. From Manaus. Glad to have you. No, you can't have my press. I still use my press. Now it just means I'm a lot more productive. A punch set used to take me a couple hours. Now it takes me an hour. Between the power hammer and the press, I can knock the punches right out. Boom. Hammers. It cut my hammer time in a quarter. Now I can just throw the fuller end dies on the press and leave them on there. Just do all the forging on the hammer. And go to the press for the fullers and drawing the cheeks out. Money bags. I ain't no money bag. It's hard work. You got this, brother. Hard work. Commitment. Passion. That's how I got this. Hard work and passion. Oh yeah, it definitely gonna make money. That's for sure. That's how it already has. That's how that. Today was a good day for me. I'll just say that I sold 3 Damascus kitchen knives to one person, if that tells you anything. I sold a set. A chef's knife, a carving knife, and a Serbian chef's cleaver. 3 Damascus knives with a handmade box with form-fitted foam insert with the velvet top. I'll let y'all stab around in the dark at the price tag on that. It's not insane. I'm not like Recto Now Mouse here. Somebody like that make a kitchen knife. So I don't hold myself in that kind of regard. Don't try to flatter me by saying $7,000. No, you're fucking way off. I may not be shit. Where's my tool at? How does that happen? Where do I keep laying the damn thing? Oh. That's there. Let me go there. See, that's something I gotta get used to. I put all my tools on my ankle stand instead of beside my power hammer. You forge? Everybody in here forges, brother. At least I think so. Let's get that raised up there. All right, let's go. Yeah, I do need a power hammer tool stand. It would be great, Ben. Why don't you come make me one? See, I got my vice stand behind me here. Right there, big table is right behind me. If I can remember to set everything there. Or I could just, hang it up on the power hammer where it's supposed to go. Scrap Ford building business. You're getting the scrap steel business right now. Price of steel is getting outrageous. Alright, now we go in here. Alright. I don't know why I set that there. Why am I setting that there, guys? Alright. Heat it up a little bit, straighten it out. And I got a rough tong blank there. Yeah, I'm going to do something on the wall right here, obviously. I just got to get to it. What's Lagrange? Lagrange? What is that? 110. Just regular old 110. Alright, now they're straightened out. Now I can use the tongs to clean up them grains. I gotta worry about my damn hand burning now. Oh, Texas Blacksmithing Conference, okay. TBC. Rock Mike. Thank you, sir. Had it for a couple weeks now. Well, I tell you, it's a treat. I love it. Alright, straighten that up. We got a tong ring. Now I can work on the bit area. Pull that rain off real quick and show you what we got. Alright. One tong ring. These aren't for me. I'm gonna cut the reins a little shorter. You know, I'll round them up and I'll cut them off. Yeah, these are nice, beefy. They're gonna be some 2-inch bolt jaw tongs. So they gotta be beefy. They gotta be beefy. You know. Now we're gonna work on this end. For that, we'll go over to the vise for a few minutes. Needs to be paying you what, Ben? Chris Frost, what's up? Like button smash. That's right. Smash that like button. Smash the share button. If you like what you're watching. your salary. I'll give you some celery. How about that? I'll pay you with celery. Does that work for you? You come over here and chew cud with the horses. Hey, like that. I gotta grease this vice up, clean it up. It's starting to stick on me. All gunked up and shit. All that down there needs to be cleaned. Take a torch to it. Well, cows too. Come chew cud with the cows. Horses may not chew cud, but if you stand over in that fucking field with them and start chewing on cud, you can stand there and chew cud with horses. Your lawyer will contact me. Ben's not even in Australia. How the hell you gonna bring him in as an Australian partner? What are you talking about, Gordon? There's the hammer I'm looking for. Filed it out. Mamma mia, I got a cold shit. Goddamn cold shit. You're honorary Australian because you've been there. Okay. Got it. Okay. Got it. Now, the next side of it. Don't mind me, I just had to go take some clothes off. I got hot. Snowplow's been dry, huh? We're going to the anvil here for a minute. Back to the power hammer. See how we took care of the boss. Got it nice and rounded up so it pivots easily nicely on the other one. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. It also, well, over there at the anvil, brings my bit or my jaw in line with the back of the boss more instead of it, you know, that way whenever it's already got half the bend going to it, so to speak. Just curve that around the horn now. Hope they turn out all right. Brother at? John, come here for a second. You tell Matthew to tell Dollar to come here for a second. set it right. Set it. Next blank. Here we go. He's in there, you're right back. Yeah, you better drip that eye out before you heat treat it. You heat treat that damn thing before you get that eye ready. You can have a little bit of handle on it. That's another thing I need to make is a saddle tool for the forge to do my flatters. Need me a saddle. That or one for the press. Zach, what's up? Zachary Schwab. How's it going, bud? Guess I need to. No, I'm just using the damn squared flat dies. I'm not going back to combo dies. I'm not doing all that swapping around. You blame Ting. Why you blaming me, man? I didn't do nothing to you. It's awful mean, man. You're awful hateful little man. It's an awful little man to have so much hate built up inside there. How do you fit it all in there? Boys out here playing on their scooters. It is too easy to blame Ben. Sorry for the wait, guys. We're waiting on the steel to heat up. I'm moving on to the second ring. Got the first one done. Sorry for slitting open the bit, putting the V-bit in there, you know. Sorry. There's one thing you do earn, Ben. It is all the shit that people talk to you. That is a fact. Paycheck, I don't think you earn that, but maybe you earned all the shit that people talks to you. Man, we already been going for an hour and a half. Wow. It took longer than I thought. But I'm learning, so it just had to take longer, huh? Let's go back to the paycheck part. The wrench next to his name means that he can tell you to be quiet if you get out of line. Yeah, silly me. The only moderator on my channel is the one that talks the most shit to everybody, huh? I'm an idiot. Glut for punishment. Get out of my shop! Don't go in there. You know there's stuff in there that hurt y'all if I ain't in there. That's your fault right there, Ben. You let your board. We don't let the government decide. No. The government tries to tell us that shit here too, but see how far that gets them. Boys over there being rowdy, trying to go up in my shop and run around and shit, and they're gonna wind up getting hurt. So much sharp stuff in there sitting around. Because that is the damn truth. The blacksmith and bladesmith shop's a death trap for somebody that's not a blacksmith or bladesmith. It really is. See, that's the difference between England and America. Our president can't make laws. That's where everybody gets screwed up. Our leader doesn't make laws. That's the executive branch. Legislative branch. Writes them up, passes them through the House, then the Senate, and then they go to the president to be signed. He can't just make law. He can sign an executive order, but that has absolutely zero to do with state law. We have different state governments. All of our states have their own government than the federal government. The federal government only has so much power over the people. It goes down states law. Everybody ready to tell about, oh, the president sucks at this, president sucks at that. What they need to be doing is pointing their fingers at their local governments. That's where their laws are, that's where it affects them at the local level. Governor, lieutenant governor, district attorneys, shit like that. Nobody wants to point the finger at the local level. They all want to go to the executive branch up in Washington. It's like you put those assholes in Washington by who you voted for at the local level. A lot of people don't understand that. They think the federal government runs everything. Ben's on the money right there. No pun intended. That's where our whole country lacks is in the school system, man. They teach you about shit that doesn't matter about life. Like you don't need to know who the fuck conquered Rome to go pay your bills. But I'll be damned, they don't teach you how to pay. They teach you how to pay your bills, no. They don't teach you how to do your taxes. They don't teach you how to do shit that matters as an adult, as a law-abiding citizen. They say they're getting you ready for no. They're teaching you shit like math and all that's great, but all this other shit shouldn't be required to the extent that they drown out all the really important meat and potatoes of what it takes to be a productive member of society. And they don't teach you none of that shit. They got rid of home ec. Now you got to go to here in North Carolina. You got to go to school of technology to take a class like that. It's so ass backwards. It's the No Child Left Behind bullshit where they just pass everybody. I answered it. Where the hell'd you go, Dad? I said either way we'll have a smoker, whether I have to use the one I still got or the one I'm working on. But either way the smoker will be ready. Bring your ribs and your ass. I mean, don't get me wrong, I loved history. History was my favorite subject in school, but not fucking once have I used history in the day-to-day goings of my life, doing business, earning a living, you know, providing for a family, taking care of a household. Yeah, I sit and shoot the shit with Hannibal crossing the Alps and all that shit, and how he lost his whole army crossing the Alps. If you want to, we can talk all about it. we can talk about Mesopotamia if you want. But none of that shit matters when it comes to paying your bills. So that's what they really lack on in school, is teaching you how to be an active, productive member of society. I went to school for computers. Look what I do. Tell me that ain't funny shit. Zachary, we'll see you, man. I try to teach my kids as much about money as possible, man. My 7-year-old's had a wallet since he was 5. He's lost it like 1,000 times, but he's had one since he was 5. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Talking about your wallet that I gave you that your ass loses all the time. Well, my 7-year-old's bigger than you, Ben, so. You get scared, you can get my pocket. I'll protect you. Okay? I'll protect you. plenty tight. Alright, let me measure this real quick to see what the thickness is on it. I need 3/4 inch square. Right now we're at 7/8. A little bit more. Well, I got one of my friends out there today. I love my hammer, man. Love it. Love it. You guys better stop acting like that. Earbuds. Now you can hear while you're working. All you're gonna hear is bang, 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 bang. All right. One more pass under this thing and where we want to be. I can cut it off. Start making some tongs out of it. I think we're good to go there. Get it hot and I'll cut it off somewhere there and we'll start making some tongs out of it. You know what, just for shits and giggles. I didn't post any videos from Quad State. I didn't have any. I worked the whole time.
Remember? I was making hammers doing hammer classes.
I don't think I posted this past one. Yamez has the most video, I believe. If anybody watched it. Every time you saw Yamez, he had a camera in his hand. So it's safe to say that he had more video than anybody. Plus, the time, for a lot of the time, he had a 360 camera set up, filming the whole thing. Ting the Loser. I was thinking about changing my name anyway, changing the name of the channel. Is Barbecue and Blacksmith. Barbecue Blacksmith. I'm always fucking cooking while I'm working. Bam is my buddy, yeah. Bam Bam. Great. I can't be Bam Bam. Or no, Bam Bam is Willie. Grab his foot though. Yep. I just need my poke jaws. There they are. And now I realize you guys couldn't see the damn thing I was just doing, but you know what I was doing. I was cutting that bar off. Let's mark it up, shall we? Let's mark it off. Good. It's going to be 1 inch and 3 inch, and then I'll put the 1 1/4 mark on the back of the boss. Once we get to it, how does that sound? On a plan, sounds like plan to me. But first, let's draw the grains out. Draw afterward. The Barbecue Blacksmith. County Line Q. What do you mean no chance for a reunion? What reunion? Reunion of what? What are we getting back? What is this reunion over? What reunion you talking about? No chance of a reunion. I know Gordon's confusing me too. Gordon, what are you talking about? Nobody's answering me. Oh, kiss my ass. Guess nobody's here to talk to me. Oh, you're talking to me. What fucking reunion are you talking about? Jesus Christ, people ask questions. They don't answer. Yeah, that's true, Dad. See, Gordon. What band are you talking about? See, y'all, I'm out of the loop. What the hell are you talking about? I was never in a fucking band. Who's in a band? What band are we getting back together? You talking about the Quad Squad? Me? Quad Squad? Is that what you're alluding to? Just come out and say it, you know? Y'all are confusing the shit out of me. Oh, okay. You're not talking about Quad Squad, okay. Oh, y'all, okay. We're clearing it up. See, this is what I need. Thank you. Y'all have me so damn confused, my head was spinning. Okay. Now, y'all have me so goddamn confused, but what are they talking about? No, they don't mean Quad State. We're talking just off, obscure references. I'm the one that was stupid confused. We just don't ever underestimate the power of a large group of stupid people. Look at Congress right now. Who's a cheater? I'm not cheating. I paid for the right to be able to use that thing. Worth almost $5,000 for the right. This baby's mine. All mine. She's mine. Mine. That's my lady, right y'all. She's so weird. She bangs so good. Love banging her. Bang, bang, bang. Boys, stop pouring all the water on the driveway. That turns into a sheet of ice at nighttime. Stop pouring all the water on the driveway. It turns into a sheet of ice at night and it makes it really slick. Waiting for your paycheck. Hey, man, y'all up there or what? What's going on, Ben? What's going on, Benny Boo? All right, I got me a tong ring kind of here. We can flip it around and work from the other end now. Straightened out like I like them. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Who likes wolf jaws? I said they like wolf jaws.
Wolfie Jaws.
Love it.
It's hard to find friends. And when you treat them like you do, I don't know. I don't understand what you don't understand about it. Not everybody's an asshole like me. You put up with your ass, man. So we're clear there. Okay. Okay. You got it. Okay. Okay. Should I get out the crayon and write it down for you, Ben? What color?
I'm colorblind. Don't do this.
So, look at how fine I got the grain structure in some A2 the other day. Look at the grain structure in that. Can't even see it. It's so fine. It is so fine. That's A2. Whoo, that's pretty, ain't it? Look like silk. I mean, you literally can't see the grain of the steel in that at all. I just rub my finger over it. It just looks like slate. You know? About ready to do the jaws now. These S7 dies are awesome, man. Not a mark on them. And they look like they got divots, but they don't.
S7 hammer dies.
We creeping up on the 2-hour mark.
You may not get a grip after all. I don't know if I can stand being around Ben much longer.
Why'd you overheat it, Neil? Got to yapping and overheated it? Is that what happened? That's what happened, ain't it? You got to yapping and it got too hot. Tell you a little trick. If you want to normalize, turn your forge off. Once you get it up to temperature, it don't take long to bring a blade up to temperature. Turn your forge off. You just set it in there, inside of a tube. I get a tube of square tube steel, set it inside my forge, give it a neutral burn chamber in there so there are no flames hitting the blade. Get the tube up to temperature, and then turn the forge off and put the blade inside of it. Close the forge up, let it sit. It'll oxidize it, come up to temperature, and then take it out, let it cool down, turn your forge back on, warm it back up a little bit. Once the blade cools down, turn the forge off, put it back in, and bring it up again.
All right, here we go.
Ah, you're doing a flatter. If you're doing a flatter, you ain't worried too much about it over oxidizing the surface of it because it ain't got to be beautiful. You don't need the tube and just set it in the forge and turn the forge off when it's up to temperature. I always work the forge and turn it off when I'm heat treating. That way I don't overheat something. Now we take it down to 5/8 square. So I'll use this 5/8 square bar for it. Right here's a kiss block. There. All right. Got our bit set out. Now we're gonna rotate it. First, actually, we're gonna do this part of it. Got to set it in the jaw offset. Right there. So we'll rotate it down. I'll bring that down and set up to get my boss done. As you see here, we gotta do some filing there. Got a little cold shut there from top tool. Won't take but a second with a file when I get it in the shop and clean that right up. And I'll have to round the handle up and all that. Then I'll oval it once I get it round to make it comfortable in the hand. So on and so forth. This is just a rough blank. Hopefully we're gonna get a carbon copy of it. See you, Jeff. Yeah. It's gonna take a little bit, but I'll get this damn thing figured out, that's for sure. Need to mark an inch and a quarter back real quick. Front of the bolt. Move the boss area up some. Got our set down marks, where we want to hammer that in at. It looks like folks are piecing out. So down to 7. If we hit 5 viewers, I'm gonna call it a show. We're done. I can take it. All right, man. We'll see you. set up.
This blank ain't looking as good as the other one, I don't think.
I think this bar I started with was just a little bit bigger than the other one. My marks is going to cause it to come out of here bigger.
Live and learn, huh? Live and learn. We'll have that on the picture, I'll put. Hot. On is hot. Now we'll throw out the ring. Lynn Hoffman has a video of doing these stuff, not bolt jaw tongs, but doing tongs, 2 heats from a piece of rebar. But he's got a lot bigger yin yang power hammer. He's got a lot bigger surface area here. Does a lot more work in a short amount of time. But he has a good demonstration while he's doing it, if you watch it, of how the power hammer actually keeps the steel hot, actually heats it up while it's working. You can watch as he's working. The only place that stays red is what's under the dies. Forward, back of the die is turning black, but everywhere he's working stays red. The power hammer heats it up, keeps it hot, and he can just keep going and going and going. He's got a big surface area, a lot of friction. Oh, we're at 6. Somebody comment, talk something, say hey. Numbers are going up and down. See, Ben sent a super chat a little while back. It's still up there. It's almost gone, ain't it? Or no, it's gone. I say something, say something, but somebody leaves. Fine, don't talk. Sit there quietly and watch. Bit further up top there. Half inch, 3/4 inch shy. Don't let me interrupt y'all. Y'all get to work. We're about half inch, 3/4 inch shy on the length of the reins like a one. I get those finished up. We'll have 2 blanks. Get one bent, get it bent into shape kind of. Of course, I'll take them in there with the grinder, clean them all up and pretty and everything. And then I'll come back up, round them up, the reins up a little bit, then oval them. But what I'm going to clean up is, you know, these set down marks here. Make sure there's no places where it'll crack, you know, like that little bitty cold shut right there where I put it in the vise and squeeze down on it. I have to file that one out. Just make sure there's no place where it's going to crack or anything before I put it together. All right, there we go. Great. There we have it. Now y'all watch me take this out of a bar of 1.5 inches or 1.25 round, right? Yeah, that little chunky scale gets you every damn time on it. All right, guys. Guess I'm gonna call it here. I ain't gonna hold y'all up no more. Bored the death out of you. Appreciate y'all hanging out for this long. 2.5 hours, man. It's a long one. But I'm gonna fine tune these bad boys and get them into the shop in there and clean them up. Get them ready to go together. And come back and I'll chisel in the bit and all that good stuff. So, you guys have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me, listening to the hammer go bang for a while. Yeah, man. All right, guys. Peace.